Hello, you all. Are you ready to be schooled? Be schooled. I know I am. This is Alien Voices Female and Male. Now, this features, let me see, vocal fry, overtone, polyphonic. Did I say that right? And the whistle tones. Now, I've heard the polyphonic um, notes from Layla Hathaway. Now, I mean, I was blown away when I first heard it. She's the only one I knew at the time that could do that, create that sound that I knew. You know what I mean? And I've been blown away ever since. And I didn't know that she could run the way she could until a few years back. I just knew her dad who doesn't, and her tone, and her lower register, her lower notes are so much like her dad. But I learned a lot these past few years about Layla Hathaway as an artist. Mm, that is absolutely insane. Come on. See, that is so. You can't handle. Scat. Killing. I just gotta say too before I move on to MC, um, the run Kimberell did and the run that Layla followed up with right after. Fire! I'm shook. I've been slapped. Let's get right into it. I just gotta. I can't let that go past like that. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. We're not gonna go on like that either. I've got to say that the tonal quality of it, the clarity of it, it's not only a whistle, but it's beautiful, crystal clear, easily controlled, wonderful tonal quality to it. A lot of people, well, more people than you think could whistle, but not everybody sounds pleasing doing it. And the fact that she can phrase in the whistle register makes her that much more epic and unique, um, phenomenal. That was a heavenly, just from a audible standpoint, not technical or anything. It was darn beautiful, that note. Let's continue. I'll be playing continues and wow. He's from Pentatonics, right? Wow. Wait a minute. The brother hit a C7. He's hitting notes up in the sixth and the seventh. Wow. That's actually, he has incredible. He's hitting two different. Wait a minute. I got a question about that. I didn't even notice this immediately after listening, but it sounded like he was sustaining the lower note, and not only was he hitting a second note, but he was changing it. It sounded like that's the whistle types, super high sharp notes I'm hitting. That's incredible. That is incredible. And while I've heard these things before, different, totally different genre, like that Middle Eastern style, I've heard them sing like that before. I never really considered the complexity and the fact that you really are hitting, you're sustaining one note and you're totally changing. I'm blown away by that. I'm blown away by that. Yeah. When you know something, but the revelation about it don't hit you till later. That's how I feel about that. That's amazing. In fact, I'm gonna rewind that and listen to that again. That is phenomenal. I'm shook. It's like he's humming and whistling at the same time. I just want to confirm this because is hard for me to believe. He is hitting both notes right, like the lower note and the whistle. That's not like an instrument behind the scenes or anything hitting that first note, and he's just hitting those ridiculous high notes. Is it? Correct me. I believe it's him hitting both and sustaining both. First of all, the length of time that he sustained that, and then he's hitting two. That blows my mind. I can't get over that one. World's deepest voice. Oh my goodness. I wow. Well. Yep. Okay. That's incredible. Nice tone. Right? Heavy metal. Oh. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You don't put that after. Oh, have mercy. Ooh. Uh, yeah, that chick didn't sound. She sounded, I'll be honest, she sounded like the most terrifying man that you can imagine. The most terrifying man that you can imagine. Her range is impeccable. The tone of it, you would never be able to convince me that that was not like a super hardcore smoking 3 pack of cigarettes a day man with that the rasp and the gargle of it. Like that's not even an official. I'm just gonna say it like the gargle of it, and that's insane. That's insane. Her range is insane. That tonal quality is insane. Help. She's using her head voice and wow, staccato technique. Wow. 6 octave. Wow. Say, she made that look mad easy, but that's mad complicated, and I mean it's bizarre what she just did. It's bizarre, incredible and bizarre. Be using it. Wow. Goosebumps. That's amazing. Wow. Wow. Goosebumps. The goosebumps of it all. The feeling of it all. I didn't want that clip to end. Um, Beautiful. And can I just say her breath, her support, that was sustained for an unbelievably ridiculous amount of time. And she was all over the place with the notes, just like an instrument, like the TV told me, um, just like a flute or something, but higher. You know what I mean? Like, and the speed at which she riffs and runs there, and the tone, the clarity of it, that's magical. That's beautiful, beautiful sound, beautiful technique. I just love it. I love that. Let's continue. You got a yodler? Let's switch and check the head. Okay. That is cute. Oh my. Oh my. I am exhausted. Come on with that octave jump. But dog. Dog. I don't even know where to. I've got to say, for me now, the overtone from that man from, I believe, Pentatonics, right? He looks so familiar. If he's not him, I apologize, but he's got to be that dude from Pentatonics. I did not know he could do that in Pentatonics. I had no idea. That's the most impressive to me, because if my thoughts are correct, and that was him hitting both notes. He's sustaining one, first of all, for the longest time, the breath support. I mean, the bad breath, how long he holds that. He's sustaining that note, pitch perfect. How can you have one doing one thing and another one you have in 2, 3 octaves away, and you're running and riffing, and you're making this incredible Middle Eastern musical instrument type tone? That's the most impressive to me. That blew me away, and totally shook me. It shocked me. Like I said, I've heard it before. I've heard it done, and but I've never really, it never dawned on me that they're singing both parts. That's amazing to me. That is amazing to me. To me, the polyphonic, again, my apologies if I'm not pronouncing that right, but that was the most impressive prior to me seeing this, because I mean, hitting what, 3 notes at once. I mean, what? I mean, what? That, I mean, Layla Hathaway is in a very elite group of vocalists just because she can do that. Let alone her richness in her tone and her bottoms and her incredibly ridiculous melisma, especially when descending straight down. That descent that she did straight down was just as impressive as Kim Burrell's run that she did right before that. And you know, to me, Kim Burrell is the one to beat when it comes to riffs, runs, speed, her ear, and her ability to go not only just semitones and her ear to find her way back. To me, period, nobody like that. But the fact that her run was just as quick as that descent, incredible. And for her to, after doing that descent, come back with that that incredibly ridiculous what, 3 notes at one time is just it's bizarre. It's nuts. It's nuts. We're getting past the we're getting past the well known, I'd say, vocal avenues, if you will, with this video. I mean, with these singers, I mean, extraordinary people. I mean, these people are in like an elite category. Really, with those polyphonic, the overtones, those things are next level. They're really next level, and the whistle is next, because that's more well known. You know, when it's more well known, you know, more people will eventually learn how to do it, and do it a lot. There's a lot more people that can do it, that I've learned from this channel. You know, I've only heard Whitney Houston and Minnie Riperton, "Loving You." You know that everybody knows that song, right? They should. I just, besides that, her and Mariah. Before I started this channel, I didn't, you know, think or find anybody else who could do it. That's incredible. What makes Mariah special in that regard is her total control and mastery over it. Her tone, she can change the quality of her whistle. She can't just hit a whistle. She can change the entire quality of it. She can phrase perfectly, beautifully, crystal clear in her whistle. And she can change the texture of her whistle. That is next level. That's dope. Again, elite level vocalist there just because of that. Never mind the fact that she could probably yodel. Her transitions are ridiculous her darn self. You know, her transitions crazy, lows crazy, the whole thing, whole package. And the vocal fry in this particular video, it just scared the piss out of me. I'll be honest with you, it scared me because they use a heavy metal example. With that being said, it was very extreme, and it definitely showed you the the when maximized full capacity, when that heavy metal um lady hit that, it didn't sound like a lady at all. It didn't even sound like a tenor or baritone. A very, very, very angry bass, perhaps, on his worst day after drinking like 20 packs of cigarettes. And I know that there's, like they're saying, it's a technique behind it, and it's healthy, and it's very impressive. All that to say that the vocal fry that was displayed there is pretty much the max. You know, it gets no more dramatic to have a woman showing you her hitting that ridiculous note, and her tone, her I'm sure her regular voice, her regular tone sounds nothing like that. Like, you could not tell me that there wasn't a bass man, you know, trained heavy metal singing that. So the fact the woman, that's incredible. All that to say, insane, ridiculous, incredible. All of these people are next level at what they were shown in this video. Shout out to the creator of this video. I can't really pronounce the username, but shout out to him, and go see the video. I absolutely enjoy it. It's very entertaining, but interesting more so. And I like learning with you all, and you know, going in depth about technique. I really like that. I really like this, and Layla's bad. She's bad. I love her tone, and she sounds just like her father. Such a rich lower register, but yeah. And thank you for liking and subscribing, and please continue to report your favorites. Peace.